Yeah, we can have a nice check though, bro.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
it's the only reason I'm here.
There you go. So here we are, the much-awaited return. Had a couple weeks off. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Tired.
Tired. I'm with you, man. We got with episode 77.
77.
Was Larry
Wait.
Allen 77
Was he 77?
or 73? I think because I know we've used Larry Allen's name before.
Hold on, but there's some 77s. I just can't think of it right now.
My dad, let me see here. My dad texted me one. He's like, when you get to 77, they had 75. I don't see it on here. Man, it must be another text. But I know there's some good 77s out there. Like, did a lot of tackles are 77.
Oh yeah, it's tons of 77s, but I don't know why I can't think of it right now.
I'm with you. Let's see here. NFL 77 jersey number. Let's see what we got here. Because I know it's going to be like, oh yeah, I know him. Oh yeah, I know him. Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah, 77's popular.
This can't be right. 17.
Huh?
I was going to say. I see Devontae Adams. I'm like, hold on a second. Is there another Devontae Adams that we don't know about from way back in the day?
Yeah, Devontae wore 77 at some point.
Apparently so. Let's see here. I mean, there's I don't recognize any of these names. Jamal Brown,
me?
Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown. There you go.
Orlando Brown. Okay. Joe, I'm trying to find new guys, old guys. Let me see if there's any Hall of Fame 77s. This is one of the very few times.
Yeah, I can't think of any right now. 77.
No, man, we're Pro Football Hall of Fame by jersey numbers. 7 to Red Grange, Jimmy Parker.
Red Grange, baby. The Galloping Ghost.
Willie Roaf. I mean, bro, play for the Saints. I know Willie Roaf, Jim Parker, Curly Cup.
You know how raw you got to be to wear 77 at running back?
Listen, man.
Red Grange was that dude.
Trendsetter, bro.
Galloping Ghost.
Willie Davis, William Roy Lyman, Ron.
He's one of y'all ones.
Hey, man, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Those are Hall of Fame 77s. All right.
Yeah, not as many as I thought.
No, but it seems like it's 77. We all know. I can close my eyes and picture a team with a 77 anchoring the line, but for whatever reason, I can't get it out right now.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a big NFL week coming up. Let's get to your team first. We end 2 weeks ago. You guys go out of town. I get a little bit ill. We take a couple weeks off. We leave the podcast upset that your team pretty much were like, screw the future. Let's try to win with old Joe Flacco. And
I was upset.
You were not happy. So please take the mic.
I was upset. And the last two games kind of showed why I was upset. Old man Joe.
You ain't kidding.
He turned into old Joe. He was out there throwing that ball like Sleepy Joe.
Played Buffalo.
Dude, I was so close to just like, I'm a diehard Colts fan, but I was so close to just like, bruh, just I holla at me when it's over. Because I just couldn't watch it. Like, the offense was just horrible. Horrible for 2 games in a row.
I was saying, listen, I showed you the Yahoo Sports was like, listen, if you want to win, play Flacco. The numbers are similar as far as points per game. And you kept pointing out the fact that, listen, whether it's Flacco or Richardson, we're winning tight games, losing tight games. There's no difference. The only difference is like Flacco would be 19 for 25 and Richardson would be 9 for 30, but you would win the same 10 to 17 game or you would lose the same 10-17 game. So I'm like, no, the guy said they're going to win. It's about winning. It's about winning. And you kept pointing out the stats are the same. There's no change in what's happening. And there
just one guy completes more passes.
That was it. So
one guy would be 16 for 20 something for 200 yards, and the other guy would be 10 for 30 for 200 yards.
Yeah, very similar.
Thing.
Similar
and
outcome.
Yeah. Every game was decided by 6 points or less. They were either winning by that or losing by that. It was the same thing. At the point they benched him, Anthony Richardson was 3-3.
Yeah.
Flacco was 1-1. 500 record. Now Flacco's 1-3. And it's took a turn. The seasons took a turn.
So do you? I know you're not say you're a Flacco hater, but you're more of a Richardson supporter. Playing at Minnesota, Minnesota's a top team in the NFL, and then playing against Buffalo, another top team in the NFL, both defeated Flacco. Does that change anything in your head? Like, were you guys going to lose those games regardless? Or, like, we were texting in the Bills game, like, oh, God, Richardson's playing by halftime. If Flacco gets another interception, he had almost 3 in the first half.
I think the defense in both those games did enough that we could have won those games.
I was nervous.
They did enough.
Part of the Bills game. I was nervous because we were up. We were inside the 5 twice, no points, interception for a touchdown. Then we got a field goal, and I'm like, "Yo, this isn't gonna bode well. All they got to do is get one fluke play like we got, and the game's gonna be tied." Now the second half definitely changed.
The Minnesota game, Flacco put up 6 points of offense. I think it was horrendous. The defense scored the same amount of points.
13 to 21.
So
it was the first time. Like, listen, I was a Flacco guy last year for the Browns. They were looking good, but he looked legitimately old this season. And again, he wasn't on a roster like the Panthers or someone like that. He has top 5 running back in the league for sure. Stud receivers, defenses. He said it's coming along, but he had no reason to not put up more than 13 points against the Colts. Or excuse me, against the Vikings. I mean, he was 7-0, a Darnold fumble returned, and then 2 field goals is all they got. So he did nothing against the Vikings.
If you take out that fourth quarter against Jacksonville, where he was just throwing it up and Pierce was catching it and running with it for like 2 crazy touchdowns. If you take that fourth quarter out, Flacco's been terrible. Just horrible.
Yeah, it's not been good. It was was it the pat on the head, I'm too tired to compete? Is that what pissed everybody off in Indy? Like, I've never seen a quarterback tap to come out of a game. 3rd and goal from whatever it is, a 20-yard line, I believe it was. Did that upset the coach? Did that upset the veterans? Like, the dudes, I can't be in there, guys. I'm tired. How many people did that piss off?
I think it pissed off a lot of people, but I think what pissed off even more people was that he came out and he said it.
Yeah.
That way.
Yes.
Because now you got the whole world coming down on you.
Well, I think you're 100% right.
Every media outlet, every person that's commentating on it had something to say about it.
Yeah.
If he would have just said, "Hey man, I fell on the ball, I lost the win. I couldn't play the next play or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't want to waste the time out." It would have been totally different. It would have been totally different.
We've seen dudes dive for a ball or get hit, fumble, then just sit down, like, just fake the injury. They could be hurt. Don't get me wrong, but they make the mistake. They fake the injury, and no one says anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, Richard, why'd you come out? Something with my hand. I felt a tingle in my throwing hand, whatever it is. And I got tired. I needed
We've seen guys fake injuries to stop the momentum on a drive.
Yeah.
Like, fake the injury. Fake an injury.
And, just say anything
You can't
else.
do what you did.
Is he coming into a favorable spot, going to New York against the Jets?
I mean, I think the Jets are okay defense, but they can't stop the run. So I think that's gonna help him.
So I'm watching
They're
the
gonna
Bills
try to
game,
get JT going.
and I'm like, what are you doing passing the ball against Buffalo? They're built to rush the quarterback and destroy the pass game. You can run on Buffalo as if there's nobody on the field run on Buffalo. And for whatever reason, they're still trying to pass the ball. They finally got into a little bit of a rhythm, and then he breaks one like 20, 40, 50 yards, something like that, 60 yards. It took a little bit, but they're running constantly, and then they start passing. It's hard to pass on Buffalo. It's a bend, don't break defense, but you can run up and down the field on them, and they did that. And I was like, yo, what are you doing not running you playing your best player?
Jonathan Taylor had 100 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
You want to guess how many times he touched the ball in the second half?
Probably less than 5.
5.
Jesus,
bro. He had 5 carries in the second half.
You can control the clock with him. And yeah, he did break a big one, but that's the point. You get into a rhythm, you're going to hit a few big ones here and there. If you're constantly, and again, like I was a Flacco guy, but he looked old this season. And these are to me better weapons he had here that he did with the Browns last year. Maybe a better tight end. But besides that, he's got stud players in all the positions on offense. Like again, a top 5 running back. He had that with Cleveland. What I want to say, Amari Cooper and Michael Pittman. You got stud receivers. Downs is back. I mean, you have a deep threat in Pierce. It was there for Flacco to succeed, and he just didn't do it.
That pick 6 he threw against Buffalo on the first pass of the game, on his first pass. You cannot make that throw, Joe. You are 40 years old. You are a veteran you cannot make that throw. That is a throw that someone like Anthony Richardson makes. Someone that has 10 career starts. Yeah, he makes that throw. You can't make that throw. That's bad.
He's 9 TDs, 5 interceptions. And I think rightfully so. Like he needs to, like we were talking about here. If he goes on a 0-3, 0-4, and the season is almost lost, you bring Richardson back in to get him playing time to see if he's going to be your guy next year, or if you can get trade value for him. It lasted all of 2 weeks to say, okay, listen, the Flacco thing is done. We can't. So now, what do you think? Evaluating Richardson for the future, or trying to make him look good and trade him out? Or is this all right? We got you.
He's the quarterback. He's the quarterback.
Stick with him?
This thing is either gonna go with him or it's gonna burn to the ground.
Okay.
And I think if Anthony Richardson doesn't work, I think Shane's fired. I think the GM's gone, and whoever else is there, they're all gone. I think if Anthony Richardson doesn't work out, they're all gone.
I mean, right
because
now,
this is your guy.
Yeah.
This is who you wanted. It's not like you've been saddled with a quarterback that you didn't want. This is who you wanted. You said you can build him. You said he can be Jalen Hurts. You can build him and you can make him into that. So if he doesn't work, I don't see how Shane survives it. So I don't think how the GM survives it.
Remaining schedule. I mean, you make a fantastic point. You didn't inherit a bad team. You didn't inherit a core. You're not like whoever's coaching, unless I'm wrong, the guy from the Browns. Was he the one who wanted to get Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, he was there when he was there.
Okay. All right. So then you got who? You have the guy in Carolina. Granted, Young is a second-year guy, but it's a first-year quarterback. You are stuck with a quarterback who may or may not be for you, for your system, for whatever it is. Here, like you said, you drafted Richardson. He's your guy. He's not a mistake. Oh, the previous regime, all this crap. You brought him in. You guys said the GM and the coach, and we can make it work. And you bail on him out in the second year. It's not a good look.
Yeah, unlike the Panthers. See, the Panthers coach came and he inherited Bryce Young.
Yeah.
You don't know if he liked Bryce Young or not. He might have thought Bryce Young was horrible coming out.
Yep.
You don't know that. But he's there and he's got Bryce Young. That's what he's got right now. So
I'm looking. We're essentially mid-season. We're week 10, going into week 11. You have coming up at the Jets. What do you think? Win or loss?
I have no clue.
All right.
I don't know.
versus the
But
Detroit
we got
Lions on the
Jets.
24th.
We got Jets and Lions in the next two games. I think if we split 1-1 in those two games, we got a shot.
All right. Then you're at New England, then a bye week. Then you're at Denver. Could be tough. Their defense is coming along. Bo Nix, your guy, is looking very good. Then you're home against Tennessee, at the Giants, and then home against Jacksonville. You can easily get 4 of the next 7. You can easily get 4. That'll get you to
the problem is
8.
if you only get 4, you're 8-9.
Yeah. So
you kind of need to get 5.
You can definitely take Jacksonville, Giants at home versus Tennessee. Could be good. You should be able to beat the Jets. The Jets suck, in my opinion. They're just bad. New England, maybe because it's at New England, but if they focus on the run game, it's going to be a low-scoring game. You get Jonathan Taylor going, that could help out. You could potentially get where you got to go because Houston is 6-4, and they're playing against the. Let me see here.
They got Dallas this week.
Dallas is bad. Yeah.
Let's go Dallas.
Then Tennessee, then at Jacksonville, then a bye, then versus Miami, at Kansas City, versus Baltimore, at Tennessee. I mean, it's not a walk in the park for the Texans.
No, they got some games in there. They got Kansas City. They got Baltimore. They got some games in there. So we'll see. I always tell you with this division, it's a race to 9.
Race to 9. So Buffalo's got one more win to get to 9. Our race to 9 is pretty much done, which, again, I feel good. Buffalo's going to win the division, but I got into a few arguments with Bills fans over the past few days or since the last before the Colts game that the offensive penalties for Buffalo, their offensive line, I think, is the top penalized offensive line in the league or top 3. There was a call in the what game was that? The game again with Buffalo before Indianapolis, where called again the clock management that Buffalo has is absolutely horrible against Miami. Yeah, Buffalo beat Miami at the end of the game. Cool. But Buffalo, as of right now, because I do think Buffalo is going to beat the Chiefs. It's the regular season. I have no time for the Chiefs in the regular season. Buffalo so far, which is what pissed these Bills fans off, is the 2024 Miami Dolphins. 2 times you played a 500 or above team. We lost both those games. Everyone else we've played has been under 500, and we beat the piss out of them. The Miami Bills game where it was 27-30, I expected that week 2 because no defenses for either team and good offenses. This is the game I expected down in Miami. So when it comes to Buffalo, when it comes to the Chiefs, so I'm going to show you something here. It has its own little, what are these things called here? It has its, it's like little asterisks. I don't even need to see the asterisk here, everybody who's watching. I can tell you Buffalo won or lost by the date of the game. January, playoff game, Buffalo lost. Hey, there you go, Buffalo lost. No, December, Buffalo won. Hey, Buffalo won. October, Buffalo won, for sure. January, Buffalo lost. Let's check it out. Lost overtime. You don't got to tell me when Buffalo beats the Chiefs, they lose in the playoffs, and they win in the regular season. I believe they're 3-1 in the regular season and 1-3 or 1-2 in the postseason. So that to me is a problem.
So you think they stopped the undefeated Chiefs this week?
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to pissing off more fans when I put on the Facebook forum that I'm a part of that asked, did the guy I saw the dude with his arms around 2 guys, the lineman for the Broncos, and he just fell over and let everybody rush and block the field goal. I'm like, I'm trying to get away from the conspiracies, but wasn't it weird that the guard just went down to his back without even trying to block anybody? And then some dude's like, oh, you blame the referees. I'm like, well, you can't tell me that. Even in that game, I got into it one guy. Even in that game, I think it was the end of the second quarter, there was a legal man downfield, flag thrown, because we're all sitting there, oh, The Chiefs got to try to score. Where's that BS flag coming in? Boom, flag. What's taking so long? They picked up the flag, no legal man downfield. And we're like, that's on the Chiefs. They picked it up. Oh, yeah, legal man downfield. That would have taken them a further field goal attempt. So to benefit the Chiefs, they picked the flag up. So I told the guy I'm arguing with on Facebook, I'm proving to you the penalty happens. It happens so much. There's multiple reels, there's multiple shorts of almost every time the game is close in the first half and the first half, end of the game, that all of a sudden, 5-yard illegal hands, 5-yard, this, that, and the other. That we all know, we all watch football. On any given play, you can call pass interference, holding, those calls. But with the Chiefs, it's coming, the end of the second half, the end of the game. It's coming. So with all that, yes, I think Buffalo is going to beat the Chiefs. It's going to be at Buffalo, I believe, again, even more so that, Buffalo wins. But do it in the playoffs. I, for one, as a Bills fan, do not want the first seed. We had number 1 seed a couple years ago. Bengals come in, they destroy us. We didn't have a run game at the time. We're playing in a blizzard. They had a run game. Buffalo's team is not set up for the home field advantage that the frozen blizzards have. It's a pass-first team, not a run-first team. So losing and going somewhere would be good, except for you'd be going to Kansas City, going to Baltimore. We need the Texans to make it to the championship game so we can take a dome route all the way in. Or maybe the Chargers catch fire or something. I don't want to go to Mile High and all that shit. Let's get the Colts in there, bro. I need a dome team.
Yeah.
So I'm not concerned about the Chiefs. If we lose, we lose. Couldn't care less. I do think Buffalo wins. They've always beaten the Chiefs in the regular season. It's not a big deal. Do it when it counts. And saying that, I pissed off a lot of these Bills fans. Oh, you're just a shit talker. You're a troll. No, you can't have, pick up any Bills game. If the running back scored, go find the play. He wheeled out of the back. Our linebacker or safety cut into the line, hit pretty much the tackle. The running back wheeled out, and our guy chases him down. Goodson scored against Buffalo, doing that exact same play. Number 7, I think, is Johnson, cut in, wheeled right out, boom, there it goes. I think A-Chain did it against Miami Bills the week before. They all cut in, he sneaks around, goes and scores. Buffalo is always out of position when it comes to the running back coming out of the backfield. So I call out the shitty time management. I call out being out of position on defense, pointed out 4 plays where other teams scored on it, and then pointed out the top 3, top 2 and offensive penalties. Oh, you're a troll, you're a hater. No, dude. I'm not a kiss-ass blind fan. We're beating the worst teams in the NFL. Play that. Did it work against the Ravens? No, you lost. So bad mistakes can be maxed by Josh Allen against bad teams. Josh Allen is pretty close to being the new Peyton Manning, where you have to do everything. And when you get to the playoffs, where everybody is good, all 3 phases of the other teams are good, and it's just you on offense, you're going to lose. That's why I take personal offense when people say Peyton Manning was a great regular season quarterback. No, it was him and nothing else. What was it? Bob Sanders came in one year, didn't get hurt. Defense destroyed everybody in the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl, and they win. You need all parts of the team. Buffalo only has one part, the quarterback. No fucking coaching. I did my best not to cuss, but I couldn't. These coaches drive me nuts, bro. Listen, Buffalo beat the Chiefs. I'm not worried. If they lose, still get to the playoffs. That's all that matters. But don't tell me that Buffalo's in a good position to win. If you're a Bills fan, you know it's Josh Allen and nobody else. If Josh Allen is not on that team, we're what? 2-12 right now?
Bad team?
2-8? Way bad. Super bad. We're Jonah Hill, bro. We're super bad. We're McLovin out there.
Yeah. He's a good fullback, man. That guy.
Superstar, best quarterback in the league.
He's a good fullback. He broke OJ's rushing record or whatever.
Yeah. He got He's tied it or broke it by one. Next up is Thurman
That's
Thomas.
Crazy. For a fullback to break a running back's record is crazy.
Superstar, bro. Hall of Fame. Just induct him in right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just put him in there.
I mean,
so
one of the top fullbacks in the league.
Superstar quarterback, crushing all the numbers. Did you expect the Pittsburgh Steelers to be 7-2 this far into the season?
I didn't.
I don't think anybody did. Did you expect Russell Wilson to be this good right now?
We beat him already. But listen, I'm a huge Mike Tomlin fan. You like to hate on him and tell me that it doesn't matter. Anybody can win games or whatever. That dude does not have losing seasons.
This
and that
season
means
he has
something.
A winning season. See,
but I'm saying he does not lose. He does not have losing seasons. So
right now,
it might not mean nothing to you, but it means a lot to me. And I look that dude. He's one of the few real coaches in the league.
Okay,
that dude, you can hand him whatever. You can hand him whatever, and he's gonna coach it, and he's gonna make it work. And they're at least gonna have a winning record.
I agree with you. I mean, I can't
huge Tomlin fan.
I'm not, again, being 500 now with the odd number of games being, 6, 6, 7 or whatever they call it. They're being 9-8. It's not enough for me to say, oh, he's a great coach. But there is something to say about 17 seasons now, 18 seasons.
It's a lot to say about it.
No losing record. It's kind of a big deal. And in that, one Super Bowl, right? 1-1 in the Super Bowl those years in that time span.
Yeah, it's a lot to say about it. He doesn't have the superstars that some of these teams got, and they're losing games and stuff. He doesn't have those superstars.
I'll be the first to admit that putting Russell Wilson in, to me, has made a significant difference. They're not winning games. They're not the usual Tomlin winning 17-10. Boring. Yeah, we're winning, but nothing. Putting Russell Wilson in, they're putting up points. The defense has a big lead to play with. Watt is teeing off. Who's a buddy? Highsmith, I think. Like, the defense is doing great, and Wilson is not making any dumb mistakes. Pickens out there making a fantastic catch last week. Najee Harris all of a sudden looks like a legit Alabama product running back, running 100-yard plus like the last 3-4 games or something like that, or at least total scrimmage yards. They look like a serious team right now. This week at home against Baltimore.
It's gonna be a good one. I like Baltimore.
On paper, it looks like a great one. I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah,
I mean, for the football nerds out there, what's that? What'd you say?
I said I like Baltimore. I got Baltimore.
Yeah,
but this Sunday, I will be able to watch football. Home. I will be able to watch football this Sunday, so I'm excited. Yeah. Last Sunday, I did not get to watch football.
Really? Working or just generally speaking?
Huh? I was working.
You got no setup, no service, or you're just working?
No. I mean, I got ways to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I was working Sunday last weekend. I watched the Colts game kind of sparingly. Watched it, sparingly watched the box score thingy.
I gotcha.
Because I was high in the mountains. I could not get enough service to watch it. But I will tell you this. I started the game. I couldn't watch it, so I'm just watching the plays. Okay. I'm like, defense, first drive, defense went out there and stopped Buffalo.
Look good.
And I'm like, all right, let's go. It's Flacco time. They told me this is what it's supposed to be. And I looked at it, and it said pick 6. And I almost threw my phone off the mountain. I'm like,
hey, listen, man.
First throw of the game.
Yeah.
I was so upset. But then when I finally got a chance to watch the play, it made me more mad.
Yeah, more furious. So. What about the interception to the lineman?
Now, when I saw that one, I was like, really, Flacco, come on. Interception on a screen pass to the big big D lineman. Can we come on? Are we serious right now? But horrible.
Listen, man, you got a chance this week. Like this week.
Hey, I did see Kenny Moe get a pick. I saw that.
You sure did.
I saw EJ Speed get a pick. I saw that. I saw JT.
That was no excuse for Buffalo. For Allen, he had an interception against Miami that bounced off the dude's chest in his hands. Jalen Ramsey picked it off. He had a pick the game before in a pouring down rain, slid through a few hands, got intercepted. Excuse, reason. These interceptions against the Colts were, dudes jumping routes, great plays, bad decisions on his part based on the defense. No excuse about the weather and ricochet off someone's hands. He put the ball out there. These dudes, especially the one on the sideline, I think it was more, just jumped the route, beautiful pick. You can't do anything with that. That ball was out there. The guy still got there.
They got nothing to show for it.
No, they did not.
Just nothing. The score was 30-20, and they got the most BS. I'm a Colts fan.
At the end of the game,
and they got the most BS touchdown. Why, bro? Why are we trying? Why are you throwing? Bro, it's 2 seconds left. You really trying to score a touchdown to make it look a little better? Make Flacco's numbers look a little better. He threw a touchdown with 2 seconds left in the game. That don't mean nothing.
Nope.
Bro, take a knee. Let's go home. We look terrible, and let's regroup.
But it worked. You got Richardson's back. That's it. Just the Flacco experiment's over. Because at least he was injured and back, like I said, it's 3-3, 1-1. You were doing something. The Flacco by himself. Granted, two better teams.
Thank gosh. Listen,
but he did nothing.
I'll watch AR out there running around, airmail and stuff all day before I watch Flacco back there looking like a statue, just running into people and just chucking it up. Like, it's just bad. Just bad.
So this week we got rivalries in-state, Houston, Dallas. Division rivals. You have Seattle at San Francisco, Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Let's see what else here. Washington, Philadelphia, Bears and the Packers. But then again, good games, good teams. Washington and Philly, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, Buffalo and Kansas City, Cincinnati and the Los Angeles Chargers. Last week with Baltimore and the Bengals. The Bengals go for it at the end of the game, the 2-point conversion. What are your thoughts on that? Like, I'm watching, I'm like, I understand that Baltimore scored on like 5 straight drives or something like that. I get that. But I am a get the extra point, go from there person.
Yeah.
Rarely
I thought it was I thought it was a horrible decision. I'm sitting there watching it.
Play. It was like
I'm sitting there watching it like
of the goal also.
I'm sitting there watching it like, bro, what are you doing? And then I just came to my mind that he was ready to go home.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah, he was like, listen, it's Thursday night. I'm ready to go home.
That was a huge loss, in my opinion. Huge loss. Because they're right now, man, the Bengals are a team I do not want to see. The defense is doing okay. Because they're putting up 40 points a game.
People keep telling me that. The Bengals are the team that I don't want to see. The Bengals are why? They've only won like 2 games.
But the offense is doing it, brother, putting up points. You get that one fluke play, and it's a different attitude you got out there, different win, different outcome of the game.
Burrow is out there putting out all these beautiful stats and losing.
Yeah, true.
I'm not afraid of them.
I don't know, man.
They're losing. Good?
Broncos, they
got 3 wins?
4. 4 and 6 would have been 5 and 5. Again, with 1-2
so they're 4 and 6. They got the same exact record as the Colts.
Yeah. I wasn't worried about playing the Colts. I'd be worried about playing the Bengals.
And they got the same exact.
Seattle.
I'm not. No one's afraid of.
I think Buffalo beat Seattle with a winning record. That might be the one person we beat.
No one's afraid of Baltimore. No one's afraid of the Bengals. Their defense is trash.
Their defense is not good. You are 100% right. It's good. It is a scoring.
So 35. Who cares if Burrow goes out there and like they don't win?
Bad coaching. That team is doing what it needs to do. I would not want to play the Bengals right now. Chargers, maybe. I mean, the Chargers are 6-3.
I'd be more afraid of the Chargers than I am of the Bengals.
They look, because their defense looks okay. They're scoring points.
They got a top defense. They got one of the best defenses.
Very good defense. They have a very good run game to control the clock. And Herbert, who I'm not, again, on this show, it's very well established. I do not think Herbert's a good quarterback.
Because you don't know what you're watching.
No, I've watched him be shit for 4 years now.
No, you didn't. You seen him put up big numbers.
No, he's been on my fantasy team 3 years in a row. Trust me, I'm more in depth at this guy than most people are.
You don't know what you're watching.
He's been on my fantasy team. I put him in positions to win, and he shits the bed.
You don't know what you're watching.
Now he has a very good run game, an excellent coach, and he's not having to do too much, and the team is looking great.
He's easily top 6, 7 quarterback in the league.
I mean, I think we've done that before. We ran down, we got to Dak at like 11 because there's only like 3 good quarterbacks in the NFL.
Herbert's one of them.
Maybe now I could say that. Next week we'll get on here. We'll run the quarterbacks to see what we got. Because your boy Trevor Lawrence is going to be out again with a busted shoulder. Detroit's probably going to murder this team. The over/under is 47. I'm looking at right now on Yahoo Sports. Lions may score 47 by themselves.
I don't know, man. Jacksonville's defense is all right.
They played good the other day. Who they play? Where like everyone's like, "Yo, how come the Jackson?" I think it was Minnesota, right?
Yeah,
Minnesota. Listen, everybody gets one bad game. So, your boy Caleb, what's going on over there? Is it a rookie wall? Is it bad coaching? Is it instead of giving the ball to Swift and helping your young quarterback out?
Listen, I told you before the season that dude wasn't good.
Who's that?
The OC. Coach? He's horrible.
They fired him, right?
Yeah. If you look at what the players were saying in Seattle last year, that dude's horrible. I
think focus more with Swift, take a little pressure off Williams, and I think he'll be okay. Right now, they're asking, in my opinion, to do too much.
Listen, I told you draft night what their problem was. And I told you teams like that don't have an identity and they don't really know what they're doing. They don't know how to build a team. They just putting players together. There's no reason why they should have drafted Odunze over one of the top linemen.
Agreed.
Their O-line is horrible. It's been horrible.
I don't know much about the Bears. Are they like a Jets where I don't want to build a good team, like you said. I need a name. Name sells tickets. Not necessarily a winning team. I don't need to get a lineman and a fullback.
They went and traded. They went and traded for DJ Moore. They signed Keenan Allen. They got Cole Kmet. Yeah. They went out there and signed DeAndre Swift. Then they go draft Rome Odunze. Like, you bringing all these outside pieces. That's not how you build a football team. Yeah, trenches win the game.
Say it again.
Trenches win the game. If you ain't good in the trenches, I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro. Football 101. If you can't block the guy throwing the ball, he ain't gonna be able to throw the ball. He ain't gonna be able to run the ball with the running back. Like, it's gonna be a problem. And like I said, they played some good teams recently, but Williams is out there looking.
You got to be able to protect the passer and rush the passer if you're gonna win. If you're gonna win in the NFL, protect the passer, or have a passer that can protect himself.
Yeah,
and rush the passer.
And you got to rush. You got to get to him. Are the Cowboys going to end up the worst team in the NFL this season? 3-6. Dak is out.
Tough.
Jets are 3-7. Browns are 2-7. They're bad, dude. Remember when
the messed up with the problem with them is they're bad, and their money is just gonna be jacked up next year.
Yeah, you're paying Micah Parsons next year, knowing this team is trash, and you already have almost $400 million to your quarterback and receiver.
You let your best player walk?
It's not doing much. They're 3-6. They've already screwed themselves with Dak and CeeDee Lamb. You think they see that and say, we were stuck with these guys. We can't afford to pay another guy $100 million who's on one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
Horrible. They're in a bad spot. They're in a real bad
hear
spot.
that Jerry Jones turned down getting Derrick Henry because he didn't fit what they wanted to do as offensively?
Yeah. He said he didn't fit what they was going to do.
Dak is look at Lamar Jackson. We know my thoughts on Lamar Jackson, but with a true, potentially Hall of Fame running back on that team, the passing game for the Baltimore Ravens has exploded. There's no more only threat of Jackson running out of the backfield. Now you've got him and you have Henry. You've got to come into that, drop 8 in the box, leave only a little bit out for the offense, the corners, and he's just standing still. All right, 5-yard curl. They have a great run zone offense. He is hitting guys coming out of the back, dropping it in there. The passing game has become one of the best in the league with Baltimore, with adding that running back. Dak is one of those guys because he has no threat to run, and he's not that good of a passer, and no run game. You just drop guys in the secondary and force Dak to pass, and he can't do shit. To say that, we didn't need a running back, Dallas needs a running back more than anybody. And again, look at the Ravens. They get a Hall of Fame running back, and that offense is unbelievable.
I could see if they had somebody. Like, they didn't need Derrick Henry. They could have just re-signed Pollard and been okay.
Agreed.
But to lose Pollard and not have and say no to Derrick Henry is bad. To bring Zeke back, you were counting on Zeke.
He got
Rico
suspended the other day.
Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, he's not coming to meetings. He's showing up late. He's like, bro, I'm done here. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, in the offseason, you had Barkley switch teams. You had Swift switch teams.
Even Barkley. Like, you could have threw money at Barkley. You let him go to the Eagles.
Bro, do you see that spin jump he did it last week or the week before?
Yeah,
some video game
crazy.
Type shit.
It's crazy.
They're another team I thought would have fallen off. I thought the loss of Jason Kelce was a bigger deal than most, but they replaced that with a tremendous run game, and again helping the pass game. That's a very well-rounded team. I did not think they would do anything this season, but again, you give a good offense, a great running back, and the run game improves and the pass game improves. And again, look at Buffalo. They finally started running a little bit more the last year and this year with James Cook. Allen doesn't have to go out and go balls to the wall, so the passing is better. Very limited turnovers this season. A lot more run-oriented games. Look at Green Bay with Josh Jacobs. Again, someone else that was out there. I think Love is looking pretty good. Where's he at? 15 and 10 interceptions. Not great, but 15 touchdowns. You can't argue with that. Was it Josh Jacobs, 158 rushes, averaging 4.8 a carry. Bro, that's helping your guys. That's helping your team.
Yeah.
Your defense gets to rest.
Yeah.
It's important. So, man, the run game is a big deal. I know people like stats and they like fantasy football and they look at all the passing. I'm with you, bro. I get it. But you need a run game in this league. Look at Miami. They've got A-Chain, one of the fastest dudes in the NFL. They have Mostert, another fast dude in the NFL. And for some reason, they rely on Tua to throw the ball constantly, and they still can't get the ball to their playmakers the right way. You see him throw the interception the other night and go try to make a tackle? What the fuck is he doing out there?
I was at a loss for words.
Bro.
I was. I saw him go down there and try to. I was like, bro, did he really just do that?
Like an accidental knee to the head, and he's going to be KO'd on the face down, and that's going to be it. Tua Dunzavaloa, bro, he's out of there.
I was like, did he really just do that? Did he really just go head first in there to try to make a tackle? What a maroon!
Maroon. That gets me. Bro, I'm looking now at Minnesota. So Green Bay got Josh Jacobs. Minnesota got Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
There are players, there were running backs that could have gone to Dallas. Like you said, they didn't need Henry. They could have kept Pollard. They could have gotten any one of these other guys And it's like what was we just said about Barkley with 3 for 30, 3 for 34. He got something like 12 million a year, bro. Yeah. You could have still afforded to pay some of these dudes out there and your team anyway, and probably been successful.
To not make a move was the biggest mistake that they did. To just not make a move. Like you didn't need to make the Derrick. You didn't need to make the Derrick Henry move.
You have Eckler. Eckler made it. He went to Washington. Gus Bus and J.K. Dobbins both made it to the Chargers. But the more I'm looking at this, you're right. Any move, almost every team did something with a running back this season, or I would say at least 15 teams did something with a running back. Whether it's re-sign their guy or trade for a new guy, they just let their guy go and drafted a rookie and got an old beat-up Zeke off the scrap heap. Hey, our offense is going to be great. We'll pass heavy. Just Zeke, get back there every now and again.
Yeah.
Bro, unbelievable. Did you ever finish the Menendez?
I bet they missed Joystick.
Where's he at? He's out in
He's Philly's OC.
He's Philly, yeah, bro. See? I mean, look at this. Good offensive coordinator, a top run game. It's weird how when you have good stuff in place, how productive you could be. It's like, football's hard. Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not a football coach. I don't pretend to know the ins and outs. But I know, like we said here, Felix said a little bit ago, the trenches, the guys to block for the guys who try to get the other guys. Pass rush, pass protect. The guys who block, the guys who go for the quarterback. A good offensive coordinator, a good run game. Like, bro, football's simple that way. Everyone knows you run to control the clock. You run to set the pass. And if you're lucky enough, you have a good run game, your pass can set the run game. And the Dallas Cowboys, for some reason, are like, nah, watch this. We're going to do it different this season. We're going to go against everything we know about football and say, fuck it.
Horrible.
Now, I'm excited, though. It's going to be a good football weekend. I'm going to make a couple bets. Not too many bets. I'm going to put together a reel. So you guys go on the socials of all the one leg missed parlays that I have. I've got about 7 or 8 of them.
I'm so like out of my element. I'm so disoriented right now that last weekend I barely watched any football. I barely made any bets. I woke up this morning and I realized that my fantasy team I needed to get some free agents in there. Like, dude, only thing I've been doing is working and coming back and just crashing. I've been crashing at like 8:30 every day.
Well, you guys are working hard up there.
Yeah.
So we're watching a game the other night. Liam sits down. He's like, all right, I don't need Tua to do anything. I said, why? Because I'm up at like 18 points. But he's got Tua and he's got Jonnu Smith. I'm like, all right, he should be okay. Like, Jonnu Smith is on the bench like the whole first half. Comes in for 2 plays, gets 2 catches for 40 yards. And he's like, oh, I can't do this. Like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? I'm like, bro, relax. Like, Tua threw a pick. He got a turnover to be all right. And then, boom, big play. Jonnu Smith down here. Tua throws it to Tyreek Hill. He's like, I can't watch this. Just relax. So we're watching on the apps. We got like a 2-minute delay off regular stuff. So I'm seeing on the box score how things are progressing. And I'm watching Liam in real time freak out. Like, Tua drops back. Oh, he's dropping back. I'm like, they've already punted the ball, but it's second down. So I'm watching him lose his mind. At the very end, I see the game end. I see that he won by 0.24 or 0.26.
You let him know.
He's like,
please. You let him know if I had brought my Brock Bowers, he would have went down.
Oh, it happened. Everybody's. This is the tough part of the season now, bro. All your stud players are on buys.
I'm in there in the scrap heat for tight ends last week, and I'm looking like, man, who am I gonna pick? I guess I'm just gonna go with Jonnu Smith.
He did good. I think he got like 9 points, maybe. He did.
I'm in the scrap heat looking.
That's too funny,
I'm about to move on from Tua too. He ain't come back from his headache as dominant as he was.
That's football, man. Football is great. So did you ever finish the Menendez brothers or no?
No, I did not. Let me tell you why. Okay, it got to one part of the episode I was watching, and they were in the police station, the confession or whatever they want to call it. And they were going into way too much detail about the dad and the sexual stuff that they were getting into.
Jesus.
And I was just like, I'm out.
Okay, I haven't started it yet. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I was like, this is way too much
I heard
detail and
yeah,
graphic for me right now.
Okay,
I'm out.
I heard it was a little intense. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it. But I started watching today that show Ghosts on CBS. I don't do any network show,
My wife
show.
loves that stupid show.
So I just started it today. I'm on episode 3. Unless it hits season 2, I'm not going to invest my time in a network show that's 30 episodes long. You know what I mean?
No, I think it's like season whatever now.
They're in season 4 now. So I know the show's good.
I've been seeing my wife addicted to that stupid show. This dude with this arrow in his throat.
Bro,
I'm like,
Pete, he's looking great up there, bro.
So I'm like, this is the stupidest show ever.
It's looking good. I like it so far. But again, I watched this last week. I watched on Netflix Dead Boy Detectives.
Never heard of it.
It's odd. They're British dudes. They die but didn't cross over, so they help people cross over, and it's interesting. It's British. Some very intense moments. But as I'm watching it, it was released I think in August. I'm watching it 2 weeks ago, and it's Netflix already canceled it. I'm like, yo, like,
goddamn.
That's why, like, I'm not watching shows until I know there's a second season. And when I saw Ghost, like, I see it advertised all the time. Like, let me check this out, man. I like stupid half-hour comedies. Love The Big Bang Theory. So I'm into that kind of stuff.
I haven't watched TV in 2 weeks.
No?
Yo, I'm not. I'm behind on all my shows. I haven't watched Lioness. I'm behind on all my shows.
Came back out.
I keep hearing about The Penguin. I haven't started that. I keep hearing how good it is.
Yeah.
I haven't watched TV in 2 weeks. I'm telling you.
I've seen the trailer for Thunderbolts coming out. I've seen the trailer for Red Hulk, Captain America, Brave New World, Black in America. I can't wait. It's gonna be good.
Waiting for the Doom show. I might have to start watching TV then.
Yeah, that thing, I saw that coming out soon.
I
gotta watch
TV show.
The movie part. I gotta watch Doom Part 2. I haven't seen that yet. But 2025, Stranger Things is coming back. I think The Last of Us is coming back. Yellow Jackets is coming back. You is coming back. Like, supposedly there's a lot of good shows gonna load up 2025. So I'm looking for it. As the kids say, I'm here for it. Skippity doo or whatever that is.
Skippity toilet.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is. I watched today. You probably seen it years ago. Hotel Artemis.
I loved it,
bro. Fantastic movie.
I thought it was awesome.
It was good. I've always wanted to see it. Never got around to it. Today I'm sitting around. I'm like,
yeah,
I gotta do something.
It surprised me.
It was really good, bro. I liked.
Yeah, it surprised me that I liked it.
Batista was good. Jodie Foster bumbling around. Jeff Goldblum popping up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I think I maybe watched it like a year ago or something, but
it was good, bro.
I was surprised that I liked it.
It was good. So I'm gonna start. I'm looking at random things to watch. So far, man, it's hard pressed to find something that I watched that I did not like. But I don't watch very many things as I get older. Like people they love this Agatha All Along, the chick from.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Not for me. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm waiting for Amy. She got a few more days to say yes to Deadpool Wolverine before I watch it myself. Like, she doesn't watch.
You still haven't watched Deadpool Wolverine?
She won't watch it unless if I've already seen it. So I keep telling her, then we have to watch it because I can watch it and watch it again like I've never seen it. Like I'm built that way. She goes,
that's one of the movies that you could, because I've seen it like 3 times already.
Yeah, bro. I've seen a bunch of clips. Like, I know the cavalry. I know all this shit. We watch a fucking movie. Luckily, when I go to watch it, it erases like I've never seen anything, and I'll be shocked. I'll be like, oh, Superman is in it. I'll be so excited. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be ready to go. But I need her, like, yo, babe, we have to It tells me you got to stay awake past 8 o'clock. I'm like, well, hold on. Don't get on me. I'll be awake. Wake me up. I'll wake up to watch TV. I won't wake up for much else.
You won't wake up for much else.
Nah, bro. TV, man. Sign me up. I wake up for TV.
Oh gosh!
Like for here, I laid down with Briella, was rubbing her back, trying to put her to sleep. Set my alarms. I knew I'd fall asleep in there. Alarm went off. 8:20. Beep 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 beep. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta send the link out. I got up, came in here. If it wasn't for the alarm, I'd have been passed out right now.
If it wasn't for that link, if it wasn't that I turned my ringer on, I would have been knocked out because I laid on my bed.
I was with you.
It was about to go down.
Well, I say we can move it to 8 o'clock if you're tired. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you had to do your Walmart thing. That's fine. But connection looks good. We'll get back to the weekly thing now. We'll get some football, get some entertainment. Yeah. But
I might even have internet in here soon.
See, there you go, bro. You're the provider, man. You're gonna make
We've been working on getting internet to the hotel for 2 weeks.
You're gonna make internet great again.
I'm rebuilding America. That's what I keep telling my wife.
There you go, man. Such a great
I'm out here in the mountains helping restore humanity.
There you go, bro. For those of you watching again, humanity was restored about a week ago. Great day.
Great day.
Super awesome. Already, I'm not a Bitcoin holder.
I can't wait to stop getting taxed on overtime.
Bro, can you imagine? That's gonna be awesome, bro. I'm gonna start carrying cash and make sure I'm tipping everybody in cash. No more putting on the card. I'm gonna do my best for the people out there because we're here for the people.
Always.
Good stuff.
Episode 77. Respect the game.
Yes.
Holla at your boys on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of that. MySpace, mehente.com. You know where to find us. We there 24/7. Hey, special shout out to Dr. Joaquin Garcia High School Drama Club. Their play starts tomorrow. If you are in West Palm Beach, go support. Check them out. We out.